Have you ever felt that familiar tug, that yearning for something more than the everyday? A longing for beauty, for passion, for stories told through music and light? Well, perhaps it's time to consider a journey, a special kind of escape. Imagine stepping into a world of soaring melodies and dramatic tales, a world where emotions are painted across the stage in vibrant colours. This isn't just a vacation, you see. It's an immersion, a deep dive into the heart of opera. And trust me, it's an experience that will stay with you long after the curtain falls. Picture this. You're dressed to the nines, anticipation crackling in the air. The lights dim, a hush falls over the crowd, and then the music begins. Attending an opera performance is unlike anything else. It's a feast for the senses, a symphony of voices, costumes, and sets that transport you to another world. Imagine witnessing the raw power of Turandot, the heartbreaking beauty of La Bohème, or the sheer spectacle of Aida. These aren't just operas, they're timeless stories brought to life. And in these grand settings, these architectural marvels designed for acoustic perfection, the music takes on a life of its own, washing over you, moving you in ways you never thought possible. But it's not just the music and the stories, is it? It's the people who bring them to life. The singers, the conductors, the orchestra, they pour their hearts and souls into every note, every gesture. You'll see world-renowned sopranos hitting those high notes with effortless grace, their voices soaring above the orchestra. You'll witness the passion of tenors, their voices filled with longing and despair. And then there's the chorus, a tapestry of voices blending together in perfect harmony, creating a wall of sound that's both powerful and moving. It's a privilege, really, to witness such artistry firsthand. Ever wonder about the hidden world behind the velvet curtain? What goes on backstage before the spotlight hits? Well, an opera vacation can offer you a glimpse behind the scenes. Imagine stepping onto that hallowed stage, feeling the weight of history beneath your feet. You might even get to wander through the wings, peeking at sets being built and costumes being adjusted. It's a chance to see the intricate workings of a well-oiled machine, to appreciate the sheer scale and complexity of an opera production. You start to understand the dedication, the tireless efforts of countless individuals, all working in concert to create a seamless and magical experience for the audience. Now here's a real treat. Imagine having the opportunity to meet the artists themselves, to chat with the singers who moved you to tears, to shake hands with the conductor who commanded the orchestra with such passion. Many opera vacations offer meet and greets, allowing you to engage with these talented individuals, to hear their stories, to understand the dedication and discipline that goes into their craft. You might even get to attend a rehearsal, witnessing the meticulous process of refining a scene, perfecting every note, every movement. These personal encounters add another layer of richness to the experience. They remind you that behind the grandeur and the spectacle, opera is ultimately a human endeavor, driven by passion, creativity, and a love of storytelling. Okay, so you're going to the opera, right? But it's not just about what happens inside those grand old theatres. It's about the cities themselves, you know? These places breathe history. And I don't mean just any old history, but the kind that makes your heart race a little bit. Think about it. These cities, they were the backdrop for some of the most incredible music ever written. Mozart strolled these streets. Puccini peered out from those windows, maybe scribbling down notes for his next big aria. You can practically feel the echoes of their creativity. And it's not just the big hitter composers, you know? It's the entire artistic spirit of these places. Painters, writers, poets, they were all drawn in, all adding their own brushstrokes to the canvas of the city. So when you walk those streets, you're walking through a living, breathing museum. It's really something else. Most opera vacations know how much the city adds to the whole experience, so they often include these brilliant guided tours. These tours are meticulously crafted to offer a deep dive into the cultural and historical essence of the city, making the entire journey more enriching and memorable. They're not just dry, dusty history lessons either. These tours are vibrant, filled with stories and anecdotes that bring the past to life. The guides are passionate storytellers who weave tales that captivate and engage. They're about connecting the dots, you know? It's about understanding the intricate tapestry of history, culture, and music that defines the city. Each landmark, each street corner has a story to tell, a piece of the puzzle that makes up the city's rich heritage. Seeing how the city itself influenced the music, and how the music, in turn, shaped the city. It's a symbiotic relationship that has evolved over centuries, creating a unique cultural landscape that is both fascinating and inspiring. You might find yourself wandering through ancient squares, imagining the clatter of carriages and the murmur of conversations about the latest opera premiere. These squares are like open-air museums, each stone and building whispering secrets of the past. Or maybe you'll be in a grand palace, picturing bejeweled patrons taking their seats for a private performance. The opulence and grandeur of these palaces are a testament to the city's rich cultural heritage and its love for the arts. It's like stepping back in time, but in the best way possible. These reenactments and historical tours offer a glimpse into a bygone era, allowing you to experience the city's history in a truly immersive way. And then there are the hidden gems, the little corners of the city that most tourists never get to see. These are the places that hold the true essence of the city, the spots that locals cherish and visitors often overlook. The local cafes where opera singers went for their morning coffee. These cafes are steeped in history and tradition, offering a cozy and intimate setting to relax and soak in the city's ambience. Maybe the quirky little bookstores where composers browsed for inspiration. These bookstores are treasure troves of knowledge and creativity, each book a portal to a different world. Those are the moments, the little discoveries, that really stay with you. It's these unexpected encounters and hidden treasures that make the journey truly special and unforgettable. It's like peeling back the layers of a city, revealing its soul, you know? Each layer tells a story. Each discovery adds a new dimension to your understanding of the city. It's a journey of exploration and discovery, one that leaves a lasting impression on your heart and mind. Right, so imagine this. It's summertime. The sun's setting over some ridiculously picturesque European city. Think cobblestone streets, maybe a sparkling river, and the air is absolutely buzzing with excitement. Why? Because it's opera festival season, my friend. These festivals, they're not just a few performances strung together. They're like these massive celebrations of everything opera. You've got your classic productions, of course, the ones everyone knows and loves, but they're done with this extra layer of passion and artistry. But here's the thing, festivals are also about pushing boundaries, you know? You'll discover new operas you've never even heard of, experimental stuff, maybe a modern take on a classic. It's a chance to really delve into the heart of the art form. And it's not just about the performances themselves. There are workshops, masterclasses, talks with the artists, all sorts of things to really immerse yourself in the world of opera. And let's not forget the food. These festivals often feature local cuisine, giving you a taste of the region's culinary delights. Music spills out into the streets, with impromptu performances and street musicians adding to the vibrant atmosphere. You might even catch a cultural parade, with people dressed in traditional costumes, celebrating their heritage. It's a family-friendly affair too, with activities for kids to get them interested in opera from a young age. It's about making memories, sharing experiences with friends and loved ones, and just soaking in the magic of it all. As night falls, the festival takes on a new life, with lights, fireworks, and late-night performances that keep the energy alive. By the end, you're left with a sense of wonder and a deeper appreciation for the art of opera. So if you ever get the chance, don't miss out on the magic of an opera festival. It's an experience like no other. The whole city gets swept up in the energy of an opera festival. There's a buzz in the air, this feeling of shared passion. You might be strolling through a market and overhear a group debating last night's performance, or you bump into a famous conductor at a cafe, and the best part, you never know who you'll meet. Opera lovers from all over the world flock to these festivals. You could be chatting with a seasoned opera-goer one minute, and then find yourself next to a first-timer who's just as excited as you are. And let's not forget about the atmosphere. Imagine strolling through charming streets lined with stalls selling opera memorabilia, sipping on local wine, the sound of music drifting through the air. It's magical. Honestly, opera festivals are like stepping into another world, a world where music reigns supreme and every corner you turn holds a new surprise. All right, let's talk about food, because a good meal is an art form in itself, wouldn't you say? And when you're on an opera vacation, you're not just treating your ears to a feast of music, you're treating your taste buds too. These trips, they often include dining experiences at some of the most incredible restaurants in the city. We're talking Michelin stars, white tablecloths, the works. The kind of places where the food isn't just fuel, it's an experience. Imagine, the lights are low, there's a gentle murmur of conversation, maybe a piano playing softly in the background. You're savouring each bite, each one crafted with such care and precision. And the wine, oh, the wine. It's like each sip tells a story. It's not just about the food itself, though. It's about the atmosphere, the company, the whole experience. It's about feeling utterly pampered and cared for. And here's the thing. The food often complements the cultural setting. It's not just about eating. It's about experiencing the essence of a place through its culinary traditions. So you might be in Italy, enjoying a plate of handmade pasta that's been passed down through generations, each bite telling a story of love, tradition, and family secrets. The rich flavors and textures are a testament to the region's dedication to culinary excellence. While in Vienna, you might be indulging in rich, decadent pastries in a grand cafe. These pastries are not just desserts. They are pieces of art, crafted with precision and care, reflecting the city's opulent history and love for the finer things in life. It's all part of immersing yourself in the culture, you see. Dining in these settings allows you to connect with the local way of life, to understand the rhythms and flavors that define a place. It's about more than just food. It's about a cultural exchange, experiencing the flavors and traditions that have been woven into the fabric of the city for centuries. From bustling markets to historic kitchens, every meal is a journey through time, offering a taste of the past and a glimpse into the future. It's about understanding that food and music, they're both expressions of a place's soul. Just as an opera performance can move you to tears, a well-prepared dish can evoke deep emotions and create lasting memories. And sometimes, the best culinary experiences are the simplest ones. A rustic meal, prepared with fresh, local ingredients, can be just as satisfying as a gourmet feast. It's about the authenticity and the love that goes into the preparation. Maybe it's a casual lunch at a charming little cafe, where the atmosphere is relaxed and the food is comforting. These moments of simplicity can be the most memorable, offering a true taste of local life, where you can watch the world go by while enjoying a fresh salad and a glass of local wine. The hustle and bustle of the street, the clinking of glasses, and the laughter of fellow diners create a symphony of sounds that enhance the dining experience. Or maybe it's a picnic in a park, surrounded by nature's beauty. The simplicity of a picnic allows you to slow down and appreciate the moment, to savor each bite and each conversation, sharing bread and cheese with new friends, creating bonds over shared meals. These impromptu gatherings can lead to lifelong friendships and unforgettable experiences. While listening to the faint strains of music from a nearby street performer, the music adds a magical touch to the experience, making it feel like a scene from a movie. The point is, food is an integral part of the opera vacation experience. It's not just about the performances, it's about the entire sensory journey, where every meal and every note come together to create a harmonious experience. It's about nourishing your body and soul, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. The flavors, the aromas, the textures, they all play a part in creating a memorable experience and creating memories that will last a lifetime. These moments, shared with loved ones or new friends, become the stories you tell and the memories you cherish long after the trip is over. So you've decided to take the plunge and opera vacation. How divine. But maybe you're not just content with the standard package deal. You want something a little more. How do you say? Well, the beauty of these trips is that loads of them can be totally personalized, like a bespoke suit for your soul. Want to build a whole trip around, I don't know, Puccini? Done. Feel like hopping between Vienna and Milan for a double dose of drama? Absolutely. It's your vacation, your rules. Fancy yourself a bit of an art buff? Why not tack on a visit to the Uffizi after a whirlwind of Verdi in Florence? Or maybe you're a real gourmand and you want each night to be a symphony of flavors alongside the musical kind. The point is, the world's your oyster. Or maybe a beautifully crafted cannoli, in this case. Let's say you're a real opera fanatic. I'm talking like knows the entire libretto to Don Giovanni kind of fanatic. You could design a whole itinerary around rare recordings, backstage tours, maybe even a masterclass or two. Or maybe you're more of a newbie, just dipping your toes into the aria-infested waters. No problem. There are itineraries for that too, with introductory talks, maybe some lighter operas to start with, ease you in gently. The point is, whether you're a seasoned aficionado or a curious first-timer, there's a bespoke opera adventure out there with your name on it. Okay, picture this. You've just spent the evening utterly enchanted by La Bohème. Tears were shed, standing ovations were had. You're basically buzzing with the sheer beauty of it all. Now imagine stepping out of the opera house and straight into a dingy hostel. No thanks. That's where the luxury accommodations part comes in. We're talking plush hotels, the kind with those fluffy bathrobes you just want to live in. Think rooftop bars overlooking the city where you can practically hear the echoes of the orchestra. These hotels aren't just a place to rest your head, they're an extension of the whole opera experience. Imagine starting your day with a croissant and a cappuccino on a sun-drenched balcony, the sounds of the city waking up around you. Or maybe a nightcap in a velvet-draped bar, discussing the finer points of the performance with your fellow opera enthusiasts. It's about treating yourself, darling. Because let's be honest, if you're going to embrace the drama and grandeur of the opera, you might as well do the same for your lodgings, right? So there you have it. The magic of opera isn't confined to the stage, It's in the echoing halls of grand opera houses, in the bustling piazzas of historic cities, in the lingering taste of that perfect plate of pasta. It's an experience, a whole escape, a chance to immerse yourself in something truly special. And who knows, you might just discover a little bit of that dramatic flair within yourself along the way.